I started working as a business growth advisor probably around about 2017, 2018. And this was in Singapore, where I was helping or transitioning out of a full-time work into setting up my own business, where I supported a offshore company in terms of redesigning their approach to their customers. Coming back to the UK, I then joined Elephant's Child back earlier this year, where I met Martin and the team. I joined them for a number of reasons. I think primarily what I wanted to do with my experience, which spans about 35 years in business, running large teams and small teams, opening new countries, I wanted to leverage that to support other businesses. And when I came back, I was trying to find the right vehicle. And fortunately, I came across Martin and Elephant's Child, and it fit perfectly in terms of using my experience, working rather than an island on my own, but in a team of like-minded individuals who were clearly all there to support their customers. To me, was a perfect synergy for both ourselves, but also the proposition that we give to our customers as well. I think the engagement with clients fundamentally the same. So it's building trust. Trust is really very much about understanding what is worrying them, what is keeping them awake, maybe uncovering things that they didn't know. So I'm a very practical, hands-on person, not so much theoretical. Theory is useful, but having had 35 years experience running, as I say, different types of businesses in different countries, using that to make sure I connect with authentically with the customers is important. I think fundamentally the difference with COVID-19 for all of us is the fact that we have to go virtual. And what I've noticed is that with virtual meetings, some are quite reluctant to do it and they prefer to stick face to face. Although now 8-9 months into it, I think people are starting to work out that this is not going away. And for myself, I think this is a pivotal point in a lot of people's businesses, that we have to change the way we interact with our customers, with our suppliers, with everyone. So again, virtually what I like to do is to have face-to-face virtual meetings. By that I mean using technology, using webcams to make it as interactive as possible. I think a wide range. My experience, having had my own business before in the past, from a startup, having worked with small turnaround businesses that are trying to scale, through to much larger businesses like investment banks, manufacturing, global manufacturing companies as well. I enjoy working with people that can take the decisions to make things happen. So business owners, senior management teams, and helping them uncover things that they may not be aware of in terms of their own personal ability, or particularly personally where they want to go, then aligning that to the business of the company and what they're trying to achieve in the organization as well. And it's the marrying of that together. So it's particularly useful for, as I say, people who are trying to change direction in the organization and or trying to scale or grow their business. Challenges are really quite wide-ranging, but the interesting thing is the challenges, having worked, as I said, with companies that are Fortune 100 companies, having worked previously with them, through to small businesses, regardless of the size of the business, the challenges are fundamentally the same, which is, are we executing our strategy? Well, first of all, do we have a strategy? Are we executing the strategy the way we said we'd do it? And I think the other important element is people. So for smaller business operators, the question will be, I have a thought about a business strategy. I think it's going this way. But the idea is, are we actually achieving what we said we would do? And then behind that are people-related issues. And the team that I have built up based on maybe someone I know or someone I trust, are they applicable for the business of the future? So again, as we hit glass ceilings in businesses, both personally and professionally, it's understanding that we as business leaders, or you as business leaders, have to adapt and change. And therefore, your team around you may change. And therefore, it could be having difficult conversations with somebody you've worked together with. And I've experienced that with business owners on a number of occasions where it's been, yes, but they've been with me for 5 years and they know everything. And that's great. But are they the type of people that will take you forward for the next 5 or 10 years on the path that you want to go forward on? So it's all about really engaging with the right people and helping them see clearer, I think, the picture for the future. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about two examples. One specifically was it was an offshore business that I got involved with, who wanted to scale their business but move away from their core business to create a complementary type of business. And I helped the owner go through a process of working through what they were good at, where they saw gaps in the market, and then we came up with 4 distinct service lines that they could reposition themselves in the market. So help them recreate their branding, their marketing, right through to KPIs for their teams themselves. And I think the other overall one, which applies to a lot of them, is this personal journey you take the business owner on. It's uncovering what they want to achieve personally. And I've had some that come to me and say, well, I just want to achieve X income per month, and I'll be happy with that. And when you get into it further and understand what they're really trying to achieve, look at the wider picture, family, friends, how they're going to retire, what they would need to achieve, all of a sudden that story starts to change. So for me, sharing with experience and letting them uncover their own path is, to me, one of the greatest pleasures of being a business growth advisor, and then obviously helping them achieve it.